CD4. American English File, 3rd edition, Student Book 4, by Christina Latham Koenig, Clive Oxenden, and Kate Shimaki. Published in copyright Oxford University Press, 2021. 7.1.
Where's my milk? It's not here.
I haven't seen it. You must have finished it.
I definitely didn't finish it. I was keeping some for my cereal this morning. One of you must have used it.
It can't have been me. I only drink my oat milk. Could you have finished it last night and then forgotten? Did you have something before going to bed?
No, I didn't. I just drank a glass of water.
Someone might have given it to the cat.
Oh, come on. We all know she drinks water, not milk. I'm telling you, last night, I know there was some milk in the refrigerator. My milk.
Well, I don't know what happened to it. In any case, you should have put your name on it.
I did put my name on it, in capital letters.
And it wasn't me because I stayed at my mom's last night and I had breakfast there before getting back here.
What are you drinking, Jack?
Just coffee.
Yes, white coffee. That's where my milk went. You didn't have any milk of your own in the refrigerator.
Oh, Jack, you bad boy.
Well, you can go to the supermarket and get me some more.
Okay, calm down. I'll go and get you some milk.
7.2. 1,
You must have finished it.
2,
One of you must have used it.
3,
It can't have been me.
4,
Could you have finished it last night?
5,
Someone might have given it to the cat.
6,
You should have put your name on it.
7.3. 1,
I must have left my phone at Anna's. I definitely remember having it there.
You must have seen something. You were there when the accident happened.
2,
Somebody might have stolen your wallet when you were getting off the train.
I wonder why she's not here. I suppose she could have forgotten about the meeting.
He still hasn't arrived. I may not have given him the right directions.
3,
She can't have gone to work. Her car's still there.
You couldn't have seen their faces very clearly. It was too dark.
7.4.
We're going the wrong way. We should have turned left at the traffic light.
7.5. 1,
He must have left his bag at school.
2,
You must have known it would happen.
3,
It couldn't have been a very good concert.
4,
Could you have left it on the bus?
5,
There might have been some witnesses.
6,
You should have called me.
7.6. 1,
Where have you been all morning?
2,
I woke up in the middle of the night.
3,
Of course I'll be there on time.
4,
We couldn't have gone the wrong way.
5,
I'll have finished in about 10 minutes.
6,
What's the point of arguing?
7.7.
In life, we sometimes have disagreements with people. It could be with your partner, with your boss, with your parents, or with a friend. When this happens, the important thing is to try not to let a difference of opinion turn into a heated argument. But, of course, it's easier said than done. The first thing I would say is that the way you begin the conversation is very important. Imagine you live with your partner and you're feeling annoyed because you feel that you always do most of the housework. If you say, "Look, you're not doing your share of the housework," you're beginning the conversation in a very negative way, and the discussion will very soon turn into an argument. It's much more constructive to say something like, "I think we should take another look at how we divide up the housework. Maybe there's a better way of doing it." My second piece of advice is simple. If you're the person who's in the wrong, just admit it. This is the easiest and best way to avoid an argument. Just apologize. Say to your roommate, your parents, or your husband, "Sorry, it was my fault," and move on. The other person will have much more respect for you if you do that. The next tip is don't exaggerate. Try not to say things like, "You always forget our wedding anniversary," when maybe this has only happened once before, or "You never, ever remember to turn off the lights." This will just make the other person get very defensive because what you're saying about them just isn't true. If you follow these tips, you may often be able to avoid an argument. But if an argument does start, it's important to keep things under control, and there are ways to do this. The most important thing is not to raise your voice. Raising your voice will just make the other person lose their temper, too. If you find yourself raising your voice, stop for a minute and take a deep breath. Say, "I didn't mean to shout. I'd rather not argue with you, but this is very important to me." And continue calmly. If you can talk calmly and quietly, you'll find the other person will be more ready to think about what you're saying. It's also very important to stick to the point. Try to keep to the topic you're talking about. Don't bring up old arguments or try to bring in other issues. Just concentrate on solving the one problem you're having and leave the other things for another time. So, for example, if you're arguing about the housework, don't suddenly say, "And another thing, I was really disappointed with my birthday present. You didn't make any effort at all." And my final tip is that, if necessary, call time out, like in a sporting event. If you think that an argument is getting out of control, then you can say to the other person, "Listen, I'd rather talk about this tomorrow when we've both calmed down." You can then continue talking about it the next day when maybe both of you are feeling less tense and angry. That way, there's a better chance that you'll be able to reach an agreement. You'll also probably find that the problem is much easier to solve when you've both had a good night of sleep. But I want to say one last thing that I think is very important. Some people think that arguing is always bad, but that isn't true. Conflict is a normal part of life, and dealing with conflict is an important part of any relationship, whether it's 3 people sharing an apartment, a married couple, or just 2 good friends. If you don't learn to argue properly, then when a real problem comes along, you won't be prepared to face it together. Think of all the smaller arguments as training sessions. Learn how to argue cleanly and fairly. It will help your relationships become stronger and last longer.
7.8. 1.
So, what do you have to say for yourself?
I didn't do it. It definitely wasn't me who did it. It must have been somebody else who stole the phone.
2.
Okay, so who would like to go first? Jeff?
Well, one idea is to make this new marketing campaign entirely digital and just have online advertisements.
Interesting. Though I'm not sure that would work. What do you think, Sarah?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
3,
Don't even think of swimming here. There are crocodiles. Look, there's a sign over there.
What? Let's get out of here.
4,
The New York Thruway? Oh no, we must have gone the wrong way.
Of course we've gone the wrong way. You should have taken the second exit at the traffic circle. What's the point of having a GPS if you don't do what it says?
Well, if you knew the way to your cousin's house, then we wouldn't have to use the GPS. Why didn't you call her before we left? It's always me who has the responsibility.
That is so not true.
5,
So, I just don't know what to do.
Well, I think maybe you ought to talk to her. She probably doesn't realize how much she upset you and how offended you feel.
6,
Okay, so lunch with my parents next Sunday.
Sorry, but no, I'm not going. You can go if you want, but I'm absolutely not going to another family Sunday lunch.
7.9. Verbs often confused. 1,
I need to discuss the problem with my boss.
2,
I often argue with my parents about doing housework.
3,
I didn't realize you were so unhappy.
4,
I didn't notice that Karen had changed her hair color.
5,
Jack always tries to avoid arguing with me.
6,
My dad can't prevent me from seeing my friends.
7,
When are you going to pay me back the $50 that I lent you?
8,
Could I borrow your car tonight? I know you're not using it.
9,
My parents don't mind if I stay out late.
10,
It doesn't matter if we're 5 minutes late.
11,
Can you remind me to call my mom later?
12,
Remember to turn off the lights before you go.
13,
I expect that Daniel will forget our anniversary. He always does.
14,
We'll have to wait half an hour for the next train.
15,
I wish I was a little taller.
16,
I hope that you can come. I haven't seen you in a long time.
17,
The Dallas Cowboys won the game 28-10.
18,
The Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Jets 28-10.
19,
Tom always refuses to discuss the problem.
20,
Tom always denies that he has a problem.
21,
The cost of living is going to rise again this month.
22,
It's hard not to raise your voice when you're arguing.
23,
Go and lie on the bed if you're tired.
24,
I usually lay my baby on the bed to change his diaper.
25,
The men had been planning to rob the bank.
26,
If you leave your bike unlocked, somebody might steal it.
27,
I think I should warn you that Liam doesn't always tell the truth.
28,
My teachers are going to advise me on what to study next year.
7.10.
This still is from the movie Atonement, a period drama set in the 1930s. It shows Keira Knightley, who plays Cecilia Tallis, the elder daughter of a wealthy family, and James McAvoy, who plays Robbie, the son of the family's housekeeper. Cecilia is studying at Cambridge University, and unusually, Robbie is too, his studies being paid for by Cecilia's father. Despite moving in very different circles in school, they have always been close, and they are now back at the family home for the holidays. This evening, there's going to be a dinner party to which Robbie has been invited. In this shot, he is following her into dinner. She is feeling anxious and indecisive because she has just realized that she is in love with him, but she knows that their relationship would be frowned upon given their difference in status. Despite this, soon after they declared their love for each other. The movie was one of Knightley's first big starring roles. It won several awards and was nominated for several others, including costume design. This green dress is one of the stunning outfits she appears in.
7.11. 1.
You look tired.
That cake smells good.
These jeans don't feel comfortable.
2.
Tim looks like his father.
Are you sure this is coffee? It tastes like tea.
This material feels like silk. Is it?
3.
She looks as if she's been crying.
It smells as if something's burning.
It sounds as if it's raining.
4.
I saw Jane this morning. She looks sad.
I spoke to Jane this morning. She seemed sad.
7.12. A.
Meryl Streep was nominated for an Oscar for her performance as Katharine Graham in The Post. The movie is about how Graham, the first female publisher of a major American newspaper, The Washington Post, and her staff published classified government documents about the U.S.'s involvement in the Vietnam War. The movie, set in 1971, focuses on Katharine as she tries to balance the deaths of her husband and father with managing the newspaper and a busy social life. Katharine feels nervous about running the newspaper because she has little business or journalistic experience. In this still, Katharine is talking to the paper's executive editor about possibly getting and publishing U.S. government secrets about the war. Her expression shows a mixture of feelings: concern for publishing the material and risk facing legal action from the U.S. government, perhaps some disappointment that the U.S. government had these secret files, and perhaps some worry as she weighs making the right decision for herself, her paper, and the United States.
B.
This is a scene from the fantasy movie Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is a prequel to the Harry Potter movies. Set in 1926, the movie stars Eddie Redmayne as the wizard Newt Scamander, who comes to New York with a suitcase containing several magical creatures. When he's at the bank, one of the creatures escapes from the suitcase. In this scene, he is desperately trying to recapture it and is watching, horrified, as it starts stealing things from people in the bank. J.K. Rowling herself both wrote the script and co-produced the movie, and it was the first movie set in Harry Potter's wizarding world to win an Oscar.
C.
Frances McDormand, who won an Oscar for Best Actress in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, is without doubt one of the most versatile actresses of her generation. This still is from the Coen brothers' black comedy Burn After Reading, which also starred George Clooney and Brad Pitt. McDormand plays the role of Linda Litsky, a personal trainer who, with her co-worker Chad, tries to steal money from a retired CIA worker. Linda is in desperate need of money, mainly because she's obsessed with expensive cosmetic surgery. In this scene, she's discussing with the doctor the work she wants done. During the discussion, the doctor has suggested that she have an operation to get rid of her crow's feet, the lines and wrinkles around the eyes. Linda protests that they're baby, tiny crow's feet, and as the doctor explains the procedure, she feels more and more unsure and indecisive about what to do. The genius of McDormand's acting is that although the character of Linda is self-centered, superficial, and not very bright, McDormand manages to portray her as a true American heroine.
D. This still shows Daniel Kaluuya in the 2017 horror movie Get Out. Daniel plays the role of Chris, a young black photographer, who goes to meet the parents of his white girlfriend, Rose, who live in a large house in the country. Although the parents try to make it clear that they are not at all racist, Chris quickly realizes that there is something very strange about them, and about the black servants they employ. In this scene, Rose's mother, a psychiatrist who practices hypnotherapy, is hypnotizing him. Although in theory it is to help him to stop smoking, here she gets him to relive the horror and the shock of the evening when he was 6 years old and his mother was killed in a car accident. Kaluuya was nominated for an Oscar for his performance, and the movie won the Oscar for Best Screenplay.
7.13 1.
I'm going to bed.
2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 7.14
Exercise 2 is called stroking an animal. This exercise is often used in drama classes for beginners to help them to develop their body language. It should be done in a group. Each person must think of an animal they really like. It can be a wild or tame animal, big or small. Then imagine stroking it. Think about where it is, in your hand, in your arms, standing or sitting next to you. Now, one by one, mime the action for the rest of the group. They have to guess which animal it is. Okay, now exercise 3 is called What Were They Wearing? This exercise is aimed at developing attention. Attention is very important for an actor because you have to be able to observe every detail of other people. This exercise is done in a group, with one person acting as the host. In a group, sit in a circle and for 3 minutes try to focus on what everyone is wearing. It's important to remember as many details as you can: clothes, accessories, etc. After 3 minutes, close your eyes unless you are the host of the game, and the host asks questions. For example, Anna, tell me please, what's Helen wearing? John, what color are Anna's shoes? Etc. At the end, everyone opens their eyes and checks the answers. The last exercise we're going to do today is exercise 4, the magic image. Showing emotions on stage or on camera can be very hard for some beginners. One trick, which this exercise helps with, is to develop a way of recalling the desired emotion. The exercise can be done individually or in groups. Choose one emotion, for example, anger, and then on a piece of paper, write down some situations that make you angry. For example, noisy neighbors or bad drivers. If you are doing this in a group, show each other what you've written down. You may want to choose some ideas from another person's list to add to your own list. Choose no more than 5 situations in total. When you have your final list, think of an image for each situation. For example, for noisy neighbors, it could be a dog. For bad drivers, a car, and so on. Now, the important part. You need to create one new image on the sheet of paper that combines your separate anger images. For example, a car with a dog in the back, etc. This is your magic image of anger. Recalling this image will help you show anger when you're acting. You can do the same thing with other emotions such as happiness, sorrow, and so on. So, now let's actually do these exercises. We'll start with number 2, stroking an animal. So, if you can get into groups of 5 or 6, we'll get going.
7.15 B 1,
I,
2,
Stubble.
3,
wrinkles,
4,
Lips.
5,
neck,
6,
Cheek.
7,
forehead,
8,
Chin.
C,
Eyebrow.
eyelash,
Eyelid.
7.16 The body. 1. Parts of the body and organs. 4,
ankle,
1,
calf,
2,
heel,
3,
knee,
7,
elbow,
6,
fist,
9,
nails,
5,
palm,
8,
wrist,
13,
bottom,
10,
chest,
14,
hip,
12,
thigh,
11,
waist,
15,
brain,
18,
heart,
17,
kidneys,
16,
liver,
19,
lungs,
7.17. 2. Verbs and verb phrases. B. 1,
bite your nails,
2,
blow your nose,
3,
brush your hair, brush your teeth,
4,
comb your hair,
5,
fold your arms,
6,
hold somebody's hand,
7,
touch your toes,
8,
suck your thumb,
9,
shake hands, shake your head,
10,
shrug your shoulders,
11,
raise your eyebrows,
7.18. D. 1,
he winked at me to show that he was only joking. I.
2,
the steak was tough and difficult to chew, teeth,
3,
When we met, we were so happy we hugged each other. Arms,
4,
don't scratch the mosquito bite, you'll only make it worse, nails,
5,
he waved goodbye sadly to his girlfriend as the train left the station. Hand,
6,
some women think a man should kneel down when he proposes marriage, knee,
7,
the teacher frowned when she saw all the mistakes I had made. Forehead,
8,
the painting was so strange, I stared at it for a long time, eyes,
9,
she got out of bed and yawned and stretched. Mouth, arms,
10,
if you don't know the word for something, just point at what you want, finger,
7.19.
Calf,
comb,
kneel,
palm,
thumb,
wrinkles,
wrist,
7.20. 1H,
honest,
2F,
fasten,
3J,
muscle,
4K,
whistle,
5A,
aisle,
6E,
doubt,
7D,
Design.
8G,
half,
9L,
Whole.
10B,
calm,
11C,
Climb.
12I,
knock,
8.1.
Stay safe. Street crime is often unplanned, so making yourself less of a target, moving with purpose, and being aware of your surroundings will go a long way to keeping you safe when you're out and about. Here are 8 important pieces of advice. 1. Be prepared. Always plan your route in advance. Carry a fully charged cell phone and some cash and tell someone where you're going. 2. Be assertive. From the moment you step out onto the street in the morning, you need to look assertive and act and walk with confidence. This will always make you appear in control, and you will seem much less vulnerable. 3. Be aware. Using a cell phone, whether you're calling, messaging, or looking up information, reduces your awareness of your surroundings. So does listening to loud music on headphones or wearing a hooded jacket or sweatshirt. 4. Hide it. Keep your valuables hidden either in a bag or under your clothes. This includes your phone, other devices such as cameras or tablets, and jewelry. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. 5. Go against the flow. When you're walking on the sidewalk, always face towards the oncoming traffic. This will make it more difficult for thieves on 2 wheels to ride up from behind and snatch your bag. But don't forget to still be aware of anyone approaching from ahead of you. 6. Trust your instincts. At night, try to avoid walking alone in places such as parks and quiet side streets, or in fact, in any area you don't know. If you do have to walk, keep to busy places where there is a lot of activity, good lighting, and security cameras. And if you're on public transportation, it's much better to travel with people you know or stick to routes that other people are using. 7. Make a plan. Discuss with friends what to do if something were to go wrong on your night out together. For example, if you were to get separated. Agree on a backup plan and keep an eye on each other during the evening. And stick to what you've agreed. 8. Look out for trouble. If a stranger offers you a ride, don't accept it, even if you're tired or running late for an appointment. Be careful whose car you get into, especially at airports or train stations. Illegal drivers often don't have a valid driver's license, and they overcharge passengers. Don't accept a ride from someone you don't know, especially when you can call a trustworthy ride-sharing service. Stay safe.
Eight 8.2. 1,
Burglar.
2,
Be burglarized.
3,
Burglary.
4,
Break into.
5,
Steal.
8.3. Crime and punishment. 1. Crimes and criminals. 1I.
Blackmail. Blackmailer. Blackmail.
2L.
Bribery. Bribe.
3E.
burglary, burglar, break in, burglarize.
4D.
forgery, forger, forge.
5K.
Fraud, fraudster, commit fraud.
6F.
Hacking, hacker, hack.
7C.
Hijacking, hijacker, hijack.
8A.
Kidnapping, kidnapper, kidnap.
9O.
Mugging, mugger, mug.
10B.
Murder, murderer, murder.
11J.
Robbery, robber, rob.
12G.
Smuggling, smuggler, smuggle.
13P.
Stalking, stalker, stalk.
14M.
Terrorism, terrorist. Use violent actions.
15N.
Theft, thief, steal.
16H.
Vandalism, vandal, vandalize.
8.4. 2. What happens to a criminal? The crime. 1.
Carl and Adam committed a crime. They robbed a large supermarket.
2.
The police investigated the crime.
3.
Carl and Adam were caught driving to the airport in a stolen car.
4.
They were arrested and taken to a police station.
5.
The police questioned them for 10 hours.
6.
Finally, they were charged with armed robbery.
The trial. 7.
2 months later, Carl and Adam appeared in court.
8.
They were accused of armed robbery and car theft.
9.
Witnesses told the court what they had seen or knew.
10.
The jury looked at and heard all the evidence.
11.
After 2 days, the jury reached their verdict.
12.
There was no proof that Adam had committed the crime.
13.
He was acquitted and allowed to go free.
14.
Carl was found guilty. His fingerprints were on the gun used in the robbery.
15.
The judge decided what Carl's punishment should be.
16.
He sentenced him to 10 years in prison.
8.5. A.
Up. Drugs. Judge. Mugger. Punishment. Smuggling. Tourist. Jury. You. Accuse.
B.
Fish. Guilty. Bird. Burglar. Murderer. Saw. caught, fraud, stalk.
8.6. 1,
Luke was accused of smuggling drugs.
2,
Murderers must be punished, said the judge.
3,
The burglar is doing community service.
4,
The jury said he was guilty of fraud.
5,
The stalker was caught last August.
8.7.
Police in Stockport are looking for a man who is said to be the most polite armed robber. The robber always says please and thank you when he orders store workers to give him money from the cash register. It is believed that he is a tall man in his early 40s and that he wears a mask and rubber gloves during the robberies. It is thought that he has robbed at least 4 stores in Stockport in recent weeks. D.I. Anderson from Greater Manchester Police has given a warning to the public.
He is reported to be polite to his victims, but there's nothing polite about armed robbery. Last week, this man used a knife to threaten store workers, and they were terrified. Saying please and thank you doesn't change that.
8.8. 1,
The trial is being held this week. Jim was arrested last month. We saw that one of the windows had been broken. People used to be imprisoned for stealing bread. He paid a fine to avoid being sent to jail.
2,
People think he was blackmailed by his ex-wife. The purse was discovered by a dog walker.
8.9. 1,
I just had my bank account hacked. We had our passports stolen from our hotel room. Have you ever had your car vandalized?
2,
We just had a burglar alarm installed. You ought to have your locks changed. We need to have the broken window repaired.
8.10. 1,
They say that the fire was started deliberately. It is said that the fire was started deliberately.
People think that the mayor will resign. It is thought that the mayor will resign.
2,
People say the man is in his 40s. The man is said to be in his 40s.
The police believe he has left the country. He is believed to have left the country.
8.11. Story 1.
And now, news from around the country. In Fayetteville, Georgia, a truck filled with instant ramen noodles worth approximately $98,000 was stolen from a Chevron gas station near Georgia Interstate Highway 85 North. According to a report filed by the victim with local authorities, the truck disappeared sometime last week. The victim persuaded the gas station's owner to give him permission to park the tractor-trailer there. When the truck driver went back to the gas station to get his truck, it was gone, along with all the instant noodles. Lieutenant Alan Stevens, who works for the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, was reported as saying that this is the first ramen noodle theft that has ever occurred here in Fayette County. What does $98,000 worth of instant ramen noodles translate into? Well, on average, one package costs about 29 cents. That means that there were more than 300,000 packages of instant ramen in the stolen truck. While most nutritionists probably would not recommend eating instant ramen more than once or twice a month, there is enough for one person to eat 3 times a day for the next 300 years.
Story 2.
And now for our last story today. A zoo in Egypt has denied painting a donkey with black stripes in order to make it look like a zebra. Egyptian student Mahmoud Sarhan, 18, was visiting the zoo in Cairo when he noticed the animal, which had strange-looking black stripes. Mr. Sarhan was suspicious and took a photo of the animal, which appeared to have strange black marks on its face, and posted it online. He later told the media, "I knew it was a donkey as soon as I saw it. I'm an artist. I know the different shape of a donkey and a zebra, so it was easy to tell the difference." After the image was shared on social media, it went viral. Egyptian news site extranews.tv approached a local vet who agreed to examine the photo. He pointed out that zebras usually have a black nose and mouth, whereas the animal in Mr. Sarhan's photo appears to be pale in this area. The vet added that authentic zebra stripes are usually straighter and clearer than those on the animal in Mr. Sarhan's photo. The local radio station contacted the zoo's director, Mohammed Sultan. However, he refused to admit that the animal was a donkey.
8.12. 1.
Jack offered to drive me to the airport.
I promised not to tell anybody.
2.
The doctor advised me to rest.
I persuaded my sister not to go out with Max.
3.
I apologized for being so late.
The police accused Carl of stealing the car.
8.13.
Accuse.
Admit.
Advise.
Agree.
Convince.
Deny.
Insist.
Invite.
Offer.
Order.
Persuade.
Promise.
Refuse.
Regret.
Remind.
Suggest.
Threaten.
8.14. 1.
He offered to make some coffee.
2.
He refused to go.
3.
He agreed to help me.
4.
He promised to call me.
5.
He reminded me to lock the door.
6.
He advised me to buy a new car.
7.
He invited me to have dinner.
8.
He denied breaking the window.
9.
He admitted stealing the money.
10.
He regretted marrying Susan.
11.
He suggested going to a dance club.
12.
The police accused him of stealing the laptop.
8.15. 1.
I didn't steal the wallet.
Deny.
He denied stealing the wallet.
2.
I wish I hadn't bought a second-hand car.
Regret.
She regretted buying a second-hand car.
3.
Of course I'll come with you.
Agree.
He agreed to come with me.
4.
Why don't we go out for dinner?
Suggest.
She suggested going out for dinner.
5.
I'll open the window.
Offer.
He offered to open the window.
6.
You should ask the teacher.
Advise.
She advised me to ask the teacher.
8.16. The media. 1. The language of headlines. 1D.
President backs senator in latest scandal.
2A.
Thousands of jobs axed by U.S. companies.
3F.
Stock market hit by oil fears.
4C.
Astronaut bids to be first man on Mars.
5E.
Politicians clash over new car tax proposal.
6H.
Tennis star vows to avenge defeat.
7B.
Police quiz witness in murder trial.
8G.
Famous actress in restaurant bill spat.
8.17. 2. Journalists and people in the media. 1.
Critic.
2.
Sports commentator.
3.
Reporter.
4.
Editor.
5.
Host.
6.
Freelance journalist.
7.
Newscaster.
8.
Paparazzi.
9.
Advice columnist.
8.18. 3. Adjectives to describe the media. 1D.
The reporting in the paper was very sensational.
2E.
The news on Channel 12 is really biased.
3B.
I think the New York Times is the most objective of the Sunday papers.
4A.
The movie review was very accurate.
5C.
I think the report was censored.
8.19. 1.
Is there anyone you often have arguments with?
I suppose I often have arguments with my sister, and that is mostly about, who's gonna clean the dishes, whose turn is it to bring out the trash, who's gonna get the toilet paper next, things like that.
Who usually wins the argument?
Depends on who's more awake at the time. They usually win the arguments.
2.
Have you ever acted in a play or a movie?
I have acted in both plays and films, actually. That's my profession. I'm an actor.
What was your most recent play?
Okay, so my most recent play was called A Woman's Worth, where I played Jada, who is a wedding planner whose fiance just refuses to make the commitment and actually get married to her.
Did you enjoy the experience?
I did enjoy the experience. I got a chance to perform in front of my friends and my family and my boyfriend, so that was really cool.
3.
Have you ever witnessed a crime?
I have witnessed a crime. When I was in Barcelona about 10 years ago, we were sitting out at a table eating, and I had my video camera on the table, and a woman came up and distracted us and grabbed my camera and ran away with it. And the waiter actually chased her and grabbed the camera back. So it was a crime that was stopped, but it was a crime.
4.
Where do you get your news from?
I read most of my news online or on my phone, and I do use newspaper apps, but I'm ashamed to say that a lot of my news does also come through social media.
What kind of news are you most interested in?
I'm interested in politics, sports, and really most news. I studied journalism, so I have an interest in it.
Do you mostly believe what you hear or read in the news?
No, I don't believe anything I read in the news. And I think you have to filter everything you read through the organisation that it comes from, because every media outlet has some kind of bias.
End of CD 4.